Good afternoon, everyone. So the billies have been moved and we've had some rain. So the poor little darlings got wet this morning. Goats do not like getting wet. So I've brought out my portable shelters for them. So hopefully Davy and Goliath will share that one happily. And Billy's got this one. And they're doing a fantastic job cleaning up the driveway. They really are. They're doing a fantastic job. I'm very pleased with how well they're going. And it gives them some nice fresh grass because the poor boys really do need some extra feed. So, but yes, Goliath is still not quite getting the idea that I'm a nice person yet. He still tries to run away, but that's all good. Billy moves really easily on the tether. So does Davy. That's this boy. So he's a Saanen. And that's Davy. That's Goliath. Goliath I have not handled much. So, but I'm actually trying a new product to try and combat worms with goats. With my goats. I've had a lot of problems with worms, and I came to the point where I decided that a goat that had chemicals in it was better than a dead goat. And I lost quite a lot of goats to worms trying to do it naturally. But I've now found a goat wormer that hopefully works. The CSIRO says it's going to work, so that's not bad. There you go, Billy's checking out the shelter that he's got there. He hasn't seen this one before. Davy has. So the CSIRO have done a lot of research on this one, so hopefully it works. It's supposed to be an organically approved treatment. CS. Time will tell, and we'll see how it goes. Of course, I've got to be diligent with feeding it to them every day. I'm not sure if I can just set it out so it's free choice, but it'll be good for these guys because I'll just have a little bucket full of feed and come out and give it to them each day. So that should work really, really well. Goliath has got his hand stuck. So one problem with horns on goats, they get caught in the fences. Some of them figure out how to get their heads in and out, which I think, oh yeah, Goliath has got his head out. It's all good. And the meat breeder goats find it a lot easier than the dairy breeds because the dairy breeds have got massive horns. Massive. Like Billy, although Billy's a much older goat as well. He's looking a bit rough and ready at the moment, a bit scruffy. I have neglected my boys because I've been focusing on making sure I've got enough feed for the girls. But yeah, anyway, I've got lots more to do yet. But I've got these boys moved on a fresh patch of grass. They've got water. I have given them some feed today with the biowormer. And I've given it to the girls. Laura wasn't all that impressed. Mary gobbled it up, Dana gobbled it up, and I put some out for Marbella. I'm not sure how she went with it because it was raining this morning, so I didn't stay around to find out. But I put some free choice stuff in the little shed with them. But look at that, a heap of volunteer tomatoes over there. Sorry, that I need to go and collect at some point, not today. It's been a big day. Mind you, it's always a big day. Always a big day. Let's check on the trees while I'm down here. Mulberry's doing well. I really should refill the Oyas, although it's not as drastic now that it's been raining. I'm expecting more rain tomorrow. And I've sprinkled a heap of seed over the paddock. Whether or not it grows or not is another matter. Time will tell on that one. So yes, the paddocks are looking very, very sad. So yes, Lily Pilly's not really looking all that happy either. Although I think a goat got to it before I planted it actually. That weed's doing well at the front. Should cut that back. Oh, I might have a bit of... Oh no, that's not lemongrass, it's just a weed. The pigeon pea's coming up nicely. That Lily Pelly's doing very well. The patches of wood chips that have been put along that fence, I really should spread them out a bit more because the grass is growing beautifully there. Not that I want the grass growing beautifully there, I want the grass growing beautifully in the paddocks. I don't really like having to move the goats around like this. Oh, this Lily Pelly is doing really well. I think that might be flowers. I've never had lily pillies before, so if you know, let me know in the comments. I think that might be flowers coming. How exciting! Yes, I think that star picket's having a problem. It probably had that land on top of it. And another volunteer tomato. Here's the girls. Baby goats. Look at how big they're getting. They just grow like weeds. Oh, and they move quickly too. They're enjoying being out on the grass. This moringa, I just don't know. I think it might have some new shoots, but time will tell. That rosemary looks like it's still alive. Lemongrass is doing okay. Pigeon pea's doing okay. This mulberry seems to be doing well. Very pleased with that. And rosemary might come back. Don't know. Pigeon pea's doing well. Lemongrass not so great. Baby goats looking adorable. Oh, and I got Chase's collar back on him. And they're loving the bamboo leaves. Little Missy has gone inside the container with the bamboo leaves. It's nearly time that I have to take Chase out of there. Nearly, I think he's about 6 weeks old now. 8 weeks old, I have to take him out because he will start trying to make his sister and mother pregnant, along with all the other girls. Which is okay for the other girls, except for Missy, Tabitha and his mum. They're the only ones it's not going to work real well with. I don't really want him playing around with Mary because I don't want her pregnant yet. But look at them. Love my goats. I really could watch them all day. This doesn't get my chores done. Although, watching my animals and keeping an eye on them and making sure they're behaving happily is a very important part of looking after animals. And all work and no play makes Gero a very dull person. And I love watching my girls. Love watching my girls. Yes. Oh, Dana, you're a good girl. You're a good girl, Dana. Good girls. But look at how big Missy and Bouncy have gotten. They have grown so much. They probably won't be as big as Tabitha and Chase, simply because Dana is a much bigger goat than Laura. She's just got a bigger frame. So Dana is a much. She's a large Saanen, whereas Mary's more of a medium Saanen. That's Laura. So I'm expecting Tabitha to be a bit bigger than Missy. But I'm hoping she'll be a good milk producer like her mummy. And I'm hoping Missy will too. They really seem to like those bamboo leaves. Now, isn't that interesting? Bouncy seems to be developing his horns earlier than Missy too. Missy's definitely a lot smaller than Bouncy. And Tabitha's a lot smaller than Chase. Yes, I was quite pleased to get Chase's collar back on him. And I really need to start handling all 4 of these kids more. Now what I could be doing, especially with Chase and Tabitha, is I could actually be putting them up at night so that I can milk Dana in the morning, and then Dana gets to spend the day with Tabitha. I'll definitely do that once. Well, I won't definitely do it, but Missy trying to have some milk, and Marbella going and interrupting. Yes, it's a bit tricky to catch these four. Really the only option is going to be if I put the 4 girls on chains and then lead the babies into the shed with some feed. That's probably going to be my only option until I get them used to the whole idea. Because if I try and feed the babies on their own, the mums are just going to butt in and nick off with all the feed. The other option is I could take Dana and Laura into the shed, and potentially the babies might follow, and then I can get Laura and Dana back out. That's another option. Because the babies should follow mum. And then I just milk mum first thing in the morning, and then let the babies back out. That's the original, eventual plan. Whether or not I manage it or not is another matter. I haven't done it yet. But I also haven't had this many babies before. It's lovely. Love seeing the baby goats. Yes, I have to come up with a solution on that one. Marbella's nearly completely dried up, which is good. Her udder's nearly back to normal size. So I'm going to give it another month or so, and I'm actually hoping to find a little Australian mini buck to be able to put with Marbella. Because that's how I ended up with such beautiful colourings with Davy and Goliath. The sire was an Australian mini, a bush mini. Whereas if I put her with the sun, and then I'm going to end up with more white babies. And the white babies are beautiful, but they're not half as beautiful as Davy and Goliath. And I can put Davy and Goliath with the San and mums, with all the other nannies, but not with Marbella, because Marbella's their mum. Oh, Bouncy's having a conversation with Marbella. It's always fun as the baby goats learn that Marbella is the alpha goat and that they don't mess with her. And she's very gentle with them. I really could spend all day standing and watching the goats. They really are such fun. So you may have noticed then Bouncy was practicing making babies with Missy, which is his sister, which is not a good thing. And Tabitha is also his sister because they have the same dad. Half sister, yes, but well, there goes the rest of my milk. Don't know if you can see that. You probably can't. No. She's like, nope, enough. I always love watching the baby goats feed. They just look so adorable. Especially when they wag their little tails. Anyway. Back to wandering around the garden and checking on everything. No shoots. I'm pretty sure that's dead stick. Lemongrass doesn't look real great either. And I can't find... Oh no, there's the rosemary and it's dead. I thought one of the goats got to this tree the other day. And yes, they did. Someone got to the tree and chomped off the top. That was possibly Mary when I put her on the lead on that post. I should not have done that. That was my fault. Oh well, at least there is still some tree left. It's just been pruned. It looks like that bit of rosemary is still okay and the pigeon pea is still good. But anyway, I've got to go check on the chickens. I haven't done the chickens yet this afternoon. Just spent half the time trying to get all my plants out of the road so that I could get that container down for the boys. So I've used a lot of my chore time, which is a problem because I've still got to do the chores. So this is the biowormer. Livermole with biowormer. See, it looks quite good. Developed in Australia. You can find out information on this one on their website or by scanning. You can scan the QR code. If I sit it there long enough, you might actually be able to see it properly. Hope that worked for you. But yeah, you can go to the website, which is www.iahp.com.au to find out more information. It's not available overseas yet, I don't think, and it's only available in farm crafts and farm supplies at the moment in Australia even. It's green. I can actually send off for a free fecal egg count test kit. Sorry. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that so that I can actually test it. But technically, I should have done this. This is actually came with it. You can't see a thing on that because it's so blurry. See, this came inside the packet. So yeah, but I can do it online as well. So I'm going to pop that in my pocket so I don't forget to do it. But yes, I better walk away from that music before I get a copyright breach, which I probably will anyway. So yes, I had to move all the plants so I could get the IBC through there. Chickens are doing well. So yes, cucumber's doing reasonably well. Quite pleased with the cucumber, although time will tell how it goes. Haven't had a lot of luck with cucumbers lately. Well, actually, since I moved to this property, I haven't had any luck with cucumbers. The ducklings, it looks like I've had one die. I don't know why. And I'm hesitant to do too much with Mum because she's very skittish at the moment. I don't want to go in too much and disturb her. But there's the babies. Need to fix her water. Which, given the structure I've set up for her, is easier said than done. Oh, she's going to try and nip me. Oh dear. She's a grumpy mummy. Grumpy mummy. Oh. She wants to protect those babies. Oh, there's lots of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think. I think she hatched 10. She did a good job. Now to give them some fresh water. And hopefully she won't bite me when I put it in there. I decided to go with a different type of water. Hopefully Mum won't attack me. It'd be better if that was on a hook, but I haven't got a hook at the moment. So, the little baby should be able to get back in there, I hope. No. Oh, don't fall that way. That would be very bad. No. Oh, no, he dropped it. Did drop it. Because it jumped out of my hand. Oh my goodness. My goodness. No. It's okay. Oh. Oh dear. Well, he's got the dead one out. Mummy was so distracted over there with the babies. Dear. That was... Well, Mummy's got food. Oh, babies have got food. Mummy should be fine. I really don't want to put my hands in there too many times. The shelter. Now I'm going to leave these guys alone because I think they've had enough stress for the one day. Anyway. Lots of little babies. Have a great one. Bless you.